Welcome back to Not So Pro Packer Talk, where we only talk about the Packers. Guys, today we're going to be talking about week one preseason game against the 49ers, where the Packers lost to the Niners 28-21. The big thing to take away from preseason games is not wins or losses. It's about who wins in individual battles. Who are your backup guys who are trying to make the team? What do they have to show? Because most of these teams are benching their starters, and we're not going to really see too much of our main guys. So really what you have to see is what is your backup quarterback doing? What are your backup receivers that are trying to fight for playing time? That's what you have to watch in these games. So I'm going to be breaking down what I saw out of the Packers this first preseason game. I think I'm not going to talk too much about the defense because I didn't see too much to talk about, really. There was a lot of our safeties getting burnt. I think the biggest takeaway as far as defense is I think his name is Danny Leavitt. If I got his name correctly, he went down. He got injured. I forget exactly what the injury was, but he's going to be out for a little bit. So that basically solidifies Vernon Scott becoming our third safety. That will be coming in for either Darnell Savage or Adrian Almos. So that's going to be that locked up that position. But to talk about the offense, I'm going to be breaking it down from beginning to end of the first half, really, because the second half we didn't really care about. That's when Danny Edeling came in, who's our third string quarterback, who most likely will be on the practice squad because we don't carry three quarterbacks on our team. So I'm going to be talking about the first half and what I saw from there. Jordan Love, that's the biggest thing every Packer fan was watching because we don't know how much Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing anymore, and we needed to see what can we get out of Jordan Love this preseason, or else next year we had to come up with another plan after Aaron Rodgers, because if Jordan Love isn't it, then we need to figure out what is. And after this first preseason game, if you look at the box score, two touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, if you just look at the stats, you'd be like, oh, wow, Jordan Love did not have a good game. 3 interceptions, that's really, really bad. But if you look at the actual plays and study the film, you'll know that is not the whole story. I think Jordan Love played very, very well. He didn't play I'll take that back. He didn't play very, very well, but he didn't play very, very bad also. We saw a lot. We saw him play better than what he has in the past. That's my biggest takeaway for him. So his first touchdown went to Romeo Doubs, future Hall of Famer Romeo Doubs. I love the throw that he had from Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. It was awesome. It went for like 30 plus yards, if I remember correctly, 37. It was great. Great play. I was really, really happy with it. Doubs just got to show that game what everything we've been seeing him in practice. You guys heard me talk about him last week and the wide receiver who's Aaron Rodgers throwing to episode. So I was very, very happy. I like jumped out of my seat when he caught that touchdown. It was really, really awesome. That was his first touchdown. After that, then we made another drive down the field. And then Jordan Love throws one to our tight end, Tyler Davis, who we drafted in the 6th round this year. And it bounces off his helmet. It's a tip ball drill, and the 49ers come down with it. It wasn't the most incredible throw ever, but it was on target from Jordan Love, and Tyler Davis just did not catch it. I'm very surprised he did not get I'm very surprised Dominic Daphne just got cut from the Packers, who I thought was going to be our fourth tight end, and Tyler Davis is still on the field, on the team after that. Very surprised about that. But that was the first interception. We get the ball back to the Niners. I think they score again. And then we get the ball back. Jordan Love, I think it was like the first few plays. He throws an out to Romeo Doubs. Doubs it's not greatly thrown, but it is on target. He got his hands on it. He was bringing it down. And then the Niners cornerback stripped it out of there and came down with it. Bad play by Doubs. That's the things I want him to work on, is his drops and keeping possession through the catch. That's his biggest things that he needs to work on. Now he can get separation on routes and stuff like that, but he needs to be working on taking care of the football. So that was Jordan Love's second interception. Was that takeaway from the Niners. That was not really his fault. Wasn't the best thrown ball, just like the other one, but it was on target. Should have been caught or released. It should not have been intercepted. That was Dobbs' fault right there. And then his third interception. This one, just watching the film, looks completely Jordan Love's fault. He throws it behind Amari Rodgers, who on the play he's running a slant route. But if you listen to Matt LaFleur's reaction afterwards, then you'd hear that that Amari Rodgers and another wide receiver, I forget who on that play, both ran the wrong route on that play. They were not supposed to run that. Amari Rodgers was supposed to go more upfield instead of just running a slant. So in Jordan Love case, that is not his fault right there. But also, if you see a wide receiver running the wrong route, you shouldn't try to force the ball in there. That needs to be thrown out of bounds, thrown to the ground, whatever. You just can't force that ball unless you're an Aaron Rodgers type player that can fits those things mid play. But that should have been a garbage play right from the beginning. Should have just thrown it away. It was really, really bad. So in defense of Jordan Love, it wasn't entirely his fault, but still his fault as the the quarterback. And then, so that was Jordan Love's basically most of his plays. And then at the end of the second half, 2-minute drill, we're trying to go down the field. He does get a touchdown to Danny Davis. I believe it was for 20-some yards. So that was a good play by him. But overall, wasn't too impressive, but wasn't too damning at the same time. I think we can have a lot to look forward to in the future with Jordan Love. Other takeaways, I think there's a good competition for our third string running back. Obviously, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon is our first string and second string running backs, but the third string last year was Kylan Hill, who we loved. We drafted him last year in the 6th round. Amazing find. He was one of the best running backs in the preseason last year. He tore his ACL, I think, week 7 of last year, and he's coming off the ACL injury right now. He should be back soon. He's still on the PUP list, but hopefully he should be back soon. But Tyler Goodson and Dexter Williams both looked good in that preseason game against the Niners. Tyler Goodson with looking the best. He had 37 yards as far as rushing, and then 24 yards in receiving. He looked really, really good. Had some really fresh legs, in my opinion. And he could potentially fight for that third spot in our running back room. Aaron Jones, he's not going to be on the Packers next year, in my opinion. And we need to find that second running back to support AJ Dillon next year. I think Kylan Hill can't be that player, but Dexter Williams, Tyler Goodson looked very, very good. So I think there could be a little bit of competition there. We'll have to see what happens. And then other than that, Amari Rodgers looked really, really good. Special teams, guys. Special teams. We're going to be better than last year. I can promise you that. Rich Bisaccia has been doing a great job with our special teams all preseason during training camp. He's been bringing a new level of excellence to the team as far as special teams, and I've been very, very excited watching training camp, and you got to see it pay off in this game. Amari Rodgers had a 50-yard kickoff return, something the Packers have not done in a long, long time, and immediately after, like, the whole team was super, super hot because we know that's been like our big break that we've been waiting for. Rashawn Gary comes over and has the hit of the game, knocks Amari Rodgers on his butt. Rich Bisaccia comes over there screaming at him, hyping him up. It was really awesome, really, really awesome. And you even saw Amari Rodgers lower his shoulder on Robbie Gould, who I don't know why their Niners starting kicker is trying to make a hit in preseason. That's not what you want to see from your kicker. But Amari Rodgers got a good hit on Robbie Gould there, and then got laid out by Rashawn Gary on the sideline. It was really, I was super hyped when I saw that happen. And then he also caught a touchdown in the 4th quarter. I think it was for like 20 yards or 10 yards. I forget exactly. But that was really, really good. I think Amari Rodgers has a lot of upside this year, and I'm very excited to see what he can contribute to our Packers offense. But that's main takeaways, guys, from this past game. Going into the second game, I want to, as I said, Jordan Love needs to clean up a little bit of those mistakes. Our wide receivers and tight ends, everybody catching the ball, needs to be more careful. That you need to be taking possession. You can't be looking upfield. You need to be making sure you catch those balls. And we can't have any tip drills, anything like that. That's the biggest thing. Jordan Love, just some better decision making, some more accurate balls. He did miss a few throws in that game. So I want him to take another step forward into week 2 against the Saints. We're currently playing, we're practicing against the Saints in Green Bay right now. Yesterday, their defense locked up everything, and then their Saints defense locked up everything for the Packers offense. So it's going to be, it's iron sharpening iron right now. And I'm very excited to see what comes out of these practices, these joint practices with the Saints. But our receivers, you got to be catching the balls, helping out Jordan Love, or else Jordan Love's never going to succeed. But those are my main takeaways. Let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts about this game. Were the Packers just playing terrible? Were they playing great? What were your main takeaways from this game? AJ, I want to see what your takeaways about the Niners down in the comments. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Check us out on Twitter. We put up polls all the time there. And then also just make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means a lot to us. We're trying to grow the channel. We're putting out more and more content every single week. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe so you can continuously stay updated. Well, that's all, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.